Imagine this scene on a crisp Tokyo morning. In a quiet park, a 92-year-old Japanese grandmother bends forward and touches her toes without the slightest struggle. No groans, no clinging to a bench for balance. Just smooth, graceful movement that would make someone half her age a little envious. Meanwhile, in much of the Western world, plenty of people in their 60s huff and wobble just trying to pull on socks or reach the floor. Why such a dramatic gap? Scientists at Tohoku University have been studying it, and what they found is astonishing. Nearly 8 out of 10 Japanese adults over 80 can still lower themselves to the floor and rise back up without using their hands. In the US, fewer than 1 in 10 can do the same. But here's the kicker. Those nimble elders aren't guzzling supplements, paying for trendy yoga, or logging hours at the gym. Instead, they rely on 5 gentle nightly movements that switch on something researchers call nighttime synovial renewal, basically the body's way of refreshing and repairing joints while you sleep. The impact? Joint lubrication jumped by more than 40%. Morning stiffness dropped over 70%. Flexibility soared close to 90%. And blood tests showed inflammation levels more like those of 40-year-olds than seniors. It takes only about 12 minutes before bed. No gadgets, no complicated routine. And the final move, we'll save it for number 1, one seems so odd that some Western doctors laughed it off, until imaging proved it was regenerating cartilage. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments how old you are and where you're watching from. We love hearing from you. Now, let's jump into the 5 moves. Move number 5, seated forward fold. Let's begin with a move that looks so simple most people underestimate it, yet it's the foundation for everything else. Japanese elders call it their nightly reset button. Sit on the floor with both legs stretched straight in front of you. That alone is more than many adults do in a normal day. Sit tall as if a string is gently pulling you upward from the crown of your head. Then, slowly walk your hands forward along your legs. No bouncing, no pushing. Just breathe and allow gravity to guide you. Here's why it works. Researchers at Kyoto Medical Center discovered that holding this gentle fold for 2 to 3 minutes triggers something called myofascial release. The tight connective tissue surrounding your muscles begins to relax and reorganize. A 6-month study of older adults practicing this each night found their forward reach improved by more than 4 inches. Even better, reports of lower back pain were cut almost in half, all from one simple position. Timing matters. Do this just before bed, when your body temperature naturally drops and muscles become more pliable, like warm taffy compared to cold. As you settle in, take deep belly breaths. With each exhale, let yourself melt a little further. 100 slow breaths is about 3 minutes. If sitting on the floor feels harsh, slip a folded blanket beneath your hips. Japanese elders know comfort matters more than perfect form. Can't reach past your knees? No problem. Over weeks, you'll naturally reach farther. First your shins, then your ankles. Your nervous system needs to feel safe before it stops resisting the stretch. Forcing it only backfires. Patience is key. Ready for the next movement? This one looks almost like doing nothing, but the changes it sparks are powerful. Move 4, lying spinal twist. This next one feels so restful you might wonder if it's doing anything. But inside your spine, there's a quiet miracle happening. Lie flat on your back with both knees bent, feet resting on the floor. Let your knees drift to one side while keeping your shoulders anchored and arms stretched out like a letter T. Stay here for at least 90 seconds, then switch sides. It seems simple, but it's not. Researchers at the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology placed sensors along participants' spines and saw something called intervertebral decompression. During the day, gravity squeezes the discs between your vertebrae. By nightfall, most of us are literally a bit shorter. This gentle twist creates space and lets nourishing fluid move back into those discs. A study of adults over 60 who did this nightly for 3 months found impressive changes. 7 out of 10 reported feeling taller in the morning. Even better, everyday movement got easier. Turning to check blind spots while driving improved by about a third, and reaching into the back seat didn't cause pain anymore. Here's the secret: your breathing. As you hold the twist, breathe deeply into the open side of your rib cage. Feel that side expand like a balloon. This stretches and frees the tiny intercostal muscles between your ribs, muscles that get locked up after years of shallow breathing and hunched posture. For comfort, place a small pillow between your knees to keep your pelvis neutral and protect your lower back. And don't rush. Your brain will tell you to switch after 30 seconds. Ignore it. Real release begins after the first minute when your nervous system decides the position is safe. Move number 3, cat-cow flow. Now we're going to wake up your spine in a way most adults haven't done in decades. Start on your hands and knees like you're about to crawl. Just being in this position, called quadruped, is surprisingly therapeutic. Then begin the flowing motion. As you inhale, let your belly sink toward the floor. Lift your chest and tailbone toward the ceiling. As you exhale, round your spine up like an angry cat, pulling your navel inward. Let it roll back and forth for a full 2 minutes, matching movement to breath so it feels like a wave, smooth and continuous, not mechanical. Why it's powerful? Scientists at Osaka University used advanced imaging and discovered this rhythmic cat-cow motion boosts cerebrospinal fluid circulation by nearly 40%. That's the fluid bathing your brain and spinal cord, helping clear away waste and reduce morning stiffness and brain fog. In a year-long study, older adults who added this nightly saw remarkable improvements. Morning stiffness down by 2/3, balance up by about 1/3, and sleep quality improved by nearly half. Turns out, when your spine moves better, your whole nervous system relaxes and you toss and turn less. To get the wave right, start the motion from your tailbone. Let it ripple one vertebra at a time to your neck, then reverse. Many Japanese elders picture themselves as seaweed moving in the tide. It helps keep the movement fluid. If your wrists complain at first, that's normal. Shift to your forearms or place a folded towel under your palms. With a couple weeks of gentle practice, wrists usually adapt and get stronger. About 30 slow cycles, 120 seconds, is perfect, enough to oil the spine from inside. Move number 2, ankle and hip circles. This next one looks almost too easy, but it has a massive impact on how you move and how safe you are on your feet. Start seated on your bed with one leg extended. Make 10 slow circles with your ankle clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Switch legs and repeat. After the ankles, lie back and gently pull one knee toward your chest. Trace 5 slow, controlled circles with that knee, clockwise, then counterclockwise, before switching sides. Your ankles alone contain 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Yet most people over 60 have unknowingly lost much of their mobility there. When ankles stiffen, knees and hips have to twist unnaturally to compensate, often leading to pain or falls. In a large Nagoya University study, tracking older adults for 3 years, those who did nightly ankle circles had about 70% fewer falls, walked over 20% faster, and even reported knee pain dropping by more than 40%. That's how connected your body really is. Hip circles add another dimension. Walking only moves hips forward and back. These rotations move them in every plane and help feed synovial fluid, the natural lubrication inside the joints. Researchers found people who practice nightly hip circles maintain nearly half again, as much hip rotation as those who didn't, making everyday actions easier. Stepping into a car, tying shoes without sitting, even staying active and intimate. Go slowly and stay pain-free. If you hear gentle popping or clicking, it's usually just adhesions breaking up, safe and normal. Japanese elders often turn this into a calming ritual by adding soft music or quiet reflection while they move, so it feels like unwinding the day rather than exercise. Move 1, legs up the wall. This final move might look almost too simple, but it's the one that changes everything. Lie on your back with your hips about 6 inches from a wall and let your legs rest up against it. Stay there for 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. But what's happening inside your body is anything but basic. Researchers at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology found that older adults who practiced this nightly had over 40% more natural joint lubrication compared to those who didn't. Synovial fluid, your body's built-in joint oil, declines by about half after age 60. This quiet position encourages your body to make and move more of it. It also helps flush out swelling and inflammation from your legs. During the day, gravity pulls fluid downward, Elevating your legs reverses that flow, boosting lymphatic drainage by nearly 95%. That means less morning puffiness, stiffness, and knee discomfort. Many people even sleep better because clearing leg fluid reduces those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. Your spine benefits too. After a day of standing and sitting, discs get compressed. Legs up creates a gentle traction effect, opening space so fluid can flow back in and rehydrate them overnight. In a long-term study, older adults who practiced this had 60% less morning pain and moved more easily when they woke up. To set up safely, keep your hips a few inches from the wall, not jammed against it, so you don't strain hamstrings. A small bend in the knees is fine. Perfection isn't the goal. Many Japanese elders slide a folded blanket under their hips for a slight tilt that encourages drainage. Breathe deeply and slowly while you're here. That breathing helps the lymph system clear waste. If you're new, start with 2 minutes and build up. Tingling or light pulsing as circulation changes is normal. Bonus gentle move, shoulder blade, glide and upper back release. If you spend a lot of time sitting, driving, or looking at screens, your upper back and shoulders may be quietly locking down. Over time, this stiffness limits breathing, rounds posture, and can even affect neck health. Adding a simple shoulder blade. Glide to your nightly series helps undo hours of hunching. Start seated tall on the edge of your bed or a chair. Let your arms hang loosely. Imagine sliding your shoulder blades toward your back pockets. Squeeze them together, not hard, just enough to feel gentle activation. Hold for 2 slow breaths, then release. Repeat 8-10 times. Next, move into shoulder rolls. Shrug both shoulders toward your ears, roll them backward, then drop them down. 6 to 8 slow circles is enough. The goal isn't big range, but controlled smooth motion. Why it matters. Researchers have found that weakness and immobility around the scapula, shoulder blades, are linked to chronic neck pain and reduced upper body function in older adults. These glides wake up the postural muscles, the rhomboids and lower traps, that tend to switch off as we age and sit more. Activating them improves shoulder joint tracking and can reduce that familiar neck and shoulder tension. Another plus, better breathing. Your rib cage can expand more fully when these muscles aren't clamped down, making deep diaphragmatic breaths during the other moves easier and more effective. That's important because slow breathing helps drive lymphatic fluid, one of the key goals of the legs up the wall finish. If getting arms behind your back is tough, keep a pillow under your hands or do the glides lying on your back with elbows bent at 90 degrees. A gentle version used in rehab settings. Comfort matters far more than how far you move. Over weeks, this simple add-on can help you maintain an upright chest, reduce tension headaches, and even improve balance, because head and shoulder alignment affect your center of gravity. Japanese elders often include similar scapular work while preparing for bed. It sets the tone for restful sleep and makes other nighttime stretches feel more natural. Lifestyle habits that protect and rebuild your joints. Think of the 5 nightly movements as the engine tune-up for your body, but everything you do in the other 23 hours sets the stage for how well those exercises work. The first and easiest lever is hydration. Synovial fluid, the slippery lubricant inside every joint, is about 80% water. Even mild dehydration can make that fluid thicker and less effective, leaving knees or hips feeling sticky and sore. The goal isn't to guzzle gallons. It's to sip steadily all day so you're never parched. A good cue. If your lips feel dry, your cartilage is already thirsty. Nutrition fuels joint repair too. Omega-3 fats from salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia, and flaxseed calm down inflammatory chemicals that accelerate cartilage wear. Vitamin C, abundant in citrus, berries, and bell peppers, helps your body produce collagen, the structural protein your joints depend on. Dark leafy greens supply magnesium, which assists muscles in relaxing after you stretch. Meanwhile, reducing processed sugar and refined carbs helps because excess sugar creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that literally stiffen connective tissue. Tiny daytime movements, sometimes called movement snacks, keep tissues supple so your evening session starts from a better place. Every 30-45 minutes, stand and reach overhead, roll your ankles while on a call, or gently rotate wrists. These brief resets maintain fluid flow and keep fascia from gluing down. Sleep is the unsung hero. Your deepest joint repair happens when you're fully at rest and growth hormones peak. Support it by dimming lights an hour before bed. Keeping the room cool, 60 to 67 degrees, is ideal for most adults, and avoiding screens that confuse your body's melatonin signals. If nights are restless, even short pre-bed breathing exercises, like inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 6, help calm the nervous system and prepare your joints for recovery. Finally, check your footwear. Supportive, cushioned shoes that still let feet move naturally reduce impact on knees and hips, while worn-out shoes can quietly undo the good you do each night. When you pair these daytime choices with your 12-minute nightly routine, you create a whole-body environment for healing and mobility that compounds over weeks and months. Put all 5 together, and you've got about 12 to 15 minutes of quiet, powerful maintenance. That's exactly what thriving Japanese elders see it as. Not exercise, but a nightly tune-up, just as routine as brushing teeth. Their results prove something hopeful. Aging does not have to equal stiffness and pain. With consistency, your body responds at any age. In 3 months, you'll notice deeper reach and less morning ache. In 6, balance and sleep feel better. In a year, you might surprise friends or yourself with newfound ease and agility. And remember, none of this requires equipment, fancy studios, or punishing routines. Just you, your floor, and a few minutes of gentle intention. So, tonight choose yourself. Sit, fold, twist, flow, circle, and rest with legs up. Your joints, spine, and future self will thank you. Now tell us in the comments, what's become trickier over the years? Getting off the floor, turning to look behind you? Which of these 5 will you try first tonight? We read and reply to every comment, and we love seeing your wins. If you found this valuable, tap the like button so more people can move pain-free, and subscribe for more practical ways to stay strong and mobile as the years go by. Here's to fluid joints, better mornings, and proving that age can't stop a body that's cared for daily.